What's up, everybody out there? This is Aaron here with another deck profile. As you can see right here, High Priestess of Prophecy is pretty much the Spellbook deck. This is my second version of it. Very consistent of having fun, not consistent in how most decks are. All they care about is winning. This deck is just fun. Consistent fun as in you could possibly do a lot of plays more than just one in one turn. And they're much more interesting plays. More than just one. Of course, your one turn, all you're going to play is one card. No, what I mean by consistent of fun is, of course, yeah, I just said more than one move, but the moves of how you do are much more interesting. Now, there is the World of Prophecy and the High Priestess of Prophecy. I go the High Priestess. Much more fun to do and more plays you can do with it in that one turn. So, to special summon this, of course, it could also be a tribute, just like any other monster. To special summon is, of course, yeah, reveal 3 Spellbook cards in your hand, special summon this card. Once per turn, you can banish 1 Spellbook spell card from your hand or graveyard, then target 1 card on the field, destroy that target. So that's what I mean by it's like 2 plays all at once. Special summon it, and then you can banish 1 in your graveyard, destroy a card. Now it does not say monster, it could just be any card. So even if they just have 1 back row card, which is a set, destroy it. Now that's Prophecy. There are 2 ways of playing this deck. You can play the Justice way or the Temperance way. The Justice way is when this is summoned at the end phase, you can banish this card, get any level 7, any level 5 or higher light or dark monster, and 1 Spellbook card from your deck to your hand. Pretty much that's if you want to wait a turn to get already what you want to get, which is most likely the High Priestess, and wait a turn and get already a Spellbook, so you have your play already, but that's just waiting a turn. But if you play the Temperance way, when a spell card is activated while this card is on the field, you can tribute this to special summon a level 5 or higher light or dark monster from your deck to the field. So most likely it's just automatic tribute, special summon. So pretty much choose whichever play you intend to play. With me, I play the Temperance way because I always want to have a monster out. Like if you're going first, you already want to have a monster out. So when it comes to your opponent's turn, you have a monster already, not just a direct attack and you got nothing. So I play the Temperance way. So further ado, here we go. 3 High Priestess, your boss monster of the deck. So yes, reveal 3, special summon this. Now if you have 2 or 3, or even if you have all 3 of these in your hand, you can do that. So it's just already reveal 3, special summon this. Or you can tribute, but most likely special summon it. So 3 High Priestess. Then the 3 Spellbook of Prophecy, your Searcher, and most likely the main card of the deck. When it is normal summon or flip, face up, add 1 Spellbook card from your deck to your hand. So that's already your combo right there of getting a Spellbook already. Now again, the Temperance I play because I like to play the Temperance way, which is, yes, during your main phase, if you have activated a Spellbook previously this turn, you can tribute this, special summon 1 level 5 or higher light or dark spellcaster from your deck. You cannot special summon another level 5 or higher monster in your turn during this effect. Now, okay, Spellcaster It doesn't have to be the High Priestess. So, there's a tech card I put in here that's a spellcaster, and that one can be special summoned as well. Now, okay, I don't play the Justice way, but one is alright enough to use. So, at least one Justice way. So yeah, during the end phase, you can banish this, get any level 5 or higher light or dark monster, and a spellbook card. My mistake. Spellbook. So at least using one is fine. 2 breaker. When it is normal summon, it becomes a 19 attacker. Its effect is you can have 1 counter on it, take out that counter, pop a magic or trap on the field, then it becomes a 16 attacker. Kaiku I use. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target up to 2 monsters in their graveyard. Banish those targets. Your opponent cannot banish cards from either player's graveyard. So Kaiku I use, and then I meant by a tech card, I use the Dark Magician of Chaos. Now, during the end phase, when this card was normal or special summon this turn, you can target 1 spell card in your graveyard. Add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of Dark Magician of Chaos once per turn. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, after damage calculation, banish that monster. If this card would be destroyed, it gets banished instead. Now, okay, I did say level 5 or higher, light or dark. So, when you play Temperance, its effect is level 5 or higher, light or dark. So it does not have to be the Priestess. It can also be, you want to tribute this, you can bring out the Dark Magician of Chaos. Of course, it's a level 8, so double tribute, or it can be special summoned by the Temperance. There's another way to special summon this, which I'll show you in a bit. But yeah, Temperance is also, you can bring out the Dark Magician of Chaos. If you do not have it in your hand and it's still in the deck, you can special summon that. So, now we'll go with Magic's 3 Spellbook of Secrets. Add 1 Spellbook card from your deck to your hand. Except Secrets, you can only activate this effect once per turn. So most likely, if you don't have already your Spellbook, you can get Prophecy, because it is called Spellbook. There's Wisdom. Wisdom is target 1 face-up spellcaster monster on the field, and one of these effects go. You can choose rather if it is unaffected by spell effects this turn. It is unaffected by traps this turn. So that's Wisdom. You have the Master. So Master is, if you control a spellcaster type monster, you can reveal another spellbook card in your hand. Then target 1 spellbook normal spell card in your graveyard. Except itself, you can copy this and it becomes that target of what you choose. So yeah, Spellbook of Secrets is you can only play of the Spellbook of Secrets. Now, you can copy it and it becomes Spellbook of Secrets, but it is not the original Spellbook of Secrets. So you can do this effect again if you choose Spellbook of Secrets. It is Spellbook of Secrets, but it is not the official Spellbook of Secrets. It can be done to any other that you choose also of the spellbooks. Spellbook Eternity. Target one of your banished spellbook cards, except itself, add that target to your hand. It can only be played once per turn. The field spell, Spellbook Grand Tower. When you have a spellbook spellcaster monster on your side of the field or in your graveyard, you can return one spellbook card from your graveyard, put it to the bottom of your deck, then draw one card. Now this can only be activated when you have a spellcaster on the field or in the graveyard. Now, the Spellbook of Fate. If you control a spellcaster type monster, you can banish up to 3 spellbook cards from your graveyard. Now, here are the effects. If you remove one, return one spell trap card on the field to the hand. Most likely you want to hit your opponent's, not yours. If you banish 2, change one monster to face down defense position or face up attack position. Now, most likely, sometimes what you want to do is put this back face down. So when you activate it, okay, put it face down. Now the effect of Spellbook of Prophecy, Magician of Prophecy, it has the effect also when it's flipped up. Now the third one is when you banish 3. Banish one card your opponent controls. Most likely the third one's the best one, and it's a quick play. Now here's the thing. It does not target monsters. So most monsters that say you cannot target them, no, this is not a targeting effect. So you can hit the monsters that say you cannot target them. So that's what makes it good. Spellbook of Fate. Spellbook of Life. Banish one spellcaster time monster from your graveyard and reveal one other spellbook card in your hand, then special summon a spellcaster, and it is equipped to this card. When this card is destroyed, the monster is destroyed. Now what I mean by this, you can get your High Priestess back, or I will show you a way of, okay, when the Dark Magician of Chaos is destroyed, it gets banished. But there is a way to have this in the graveyard. Another thing is, if you have your Temperance and you wanted to bring out Temperance, a spellbook was activated, so there you go. If you wish to, again, tribute to bring one out. It's like a little monster reborn. Spellbook of Power. Target one face-up spellcaster you control until the end phase. It gains 1,000 attack. If you destroy opponent's monster by battle, you can add one spellbook spell card from your deck to your hand. You can only activate this effect once per turn. Now, when you destroy an opponent's monster by battle, you can add one spellbook card from your deck to your hand. Now, what I meant by putting Dark Magician into the graveyard, since most likely you want to, and then if you have your Spellbook of Life, you can do it. Foolish Burial. Send one from your deck to the graveyard. So that's almost like you want to send away your Dark Magician of Chaos. Or you can put this to the graveyard. You can get your High Priestess. Because it can, the only way to special summon this, if it's in your hand, is reveal 3. But you can bring this out also from the graveyard. if you had your temperance, like let's say you want to throw away your temperance, okay, but then you have your ways of bringing it out. You can tribute and start the play over again. And then just the Dark Hole and Raigeki. Trap cards, 2 Mirror Force, 2 Stormy Mirror Force, the Quaking Mirror Force, and 3 Solemn Strikes. Now, Solemn Strikes, of course, it is one of the most powerfulest trap cards. It is a consistent one, but I don't really run that consistent cards. You only want to run this only because you need backup of destroying monsters, even though, of course, yeah, the spellcasters are not that powerful. Only when you tend to do now, okay, let's start off with Temperance, Secrets, Raigeki, High Priestess, and Master. These are your 5 cards. Your draw was Tower. Now here's what you can do. Most likely before anything, if they have monsters, play Raigeki. Now, okay, High Priestess is in your hand. Must reveal 3. You can special summon it. Okay. You can go into Temperance now. Summon out Temperance. Now, if one was played, let's just say Secrets. You play Secrets. Search for any Spellbook card. Most likely, I would Spellbook of Wisdom. So, one was played. Tribute Temperance. You can go into another High Priestess. Or you can go into now Dark Magician of Chaos. Now, maybe you want to play Master now. Reveal a spellbook. You want to copy Secrets. Search for anything. Now, what I would choose is Eternity. Now, the reason of Eternity. Most likely, you want to play Tower now. So, you play Tower. You have Priestess out. You have a Dark Magician of Chaos out. Spellbook of Wisdom. Now, okay. High Priestess effect. You banish one. So you have any of these out. So what you could do is activate the effect of High Priestess of Prophecy. Banish it. Pop a card on the field. Then when you have Eternity, activate Eternity. Get the one that you banish, put it back to your hands. That's what I mean by doing at least 2 effects or using all your cards all at once. Almost likely. So that makes it more fun. You just used your whole entire hand. And you had the effect of popping something. You bring out a high attacker, 2 high attackers, Master, and Wisdom. You can set wisdom if you want to, but again, since you already used Spellbook of Master, it's just in your hand. Now, most likely what you're going to want to do, set your wisdom. So, when it comes to your opponent's turn, you're not going to want Dark Magician of Chaos to be destroyed. So, when it would be like Raigeki, Darkhold, okay, you can play Spellbook of Wisdom. If it would be destroyed by magic cards like Darkhold or Raigeki, you can play Wisdom, save a monster, and you would use the effect of unaffected by spell cards. So make your choice. Do you want to save your Priestess or you want to save your Dark Magician of Chaos? Now what I would choose, you want to save your Dark Magician of Chaos. So activate on Dark Magician of Chaos. Now your High Priestess will be destroyed. Your Demok is still alive. Dark Magician of Chaos. You have your Master in your hand. Your draw is Kaiku. But you have a spellcaster, you would activate Tower. Get any spellbook that was in the graveyard, put it to the top, put it to the bottom of the deck. Maybe you want to get Wisdom. Put it to the bottom of the deck. Your draw was Power. But with Spellbook of Master, play it, reveal one, copy the secrets. So Kaiku, Spellbook of Power. Now here's the thing, you can search for any spellbook. Go for life. So, most likely what you can do, activate Spellbook of Life, reveal a spellbook. Now, you're going to want to possibly banish your Temperance, special summon your Priestess. Now that's your special summoning, so you can still play your Kaiku if you wish to, since that's your normal summon. So your Spellbook of Life is equipped to the High Priestess. You still have your Kaiku and your Dark Magician of Chaos. If you wish to and boost up one of your spellcasters by 1,000, then you play Power. So equip it to 1. If you were to destroy your monster with the one that you equipped it to by battle, well then you get the effect of Spellbook of Power, which is you can get any spellbook card from the deck to your hand, and that's the way the deck goes. Now, okay, you want it in your, when it comes to your turn, you have your way of doing Temperance. Okay, Temperance we know. Tribute, special summon one. Now, when you use Foolish Burial, you're going to want to send one to the graveyard. So most likely you want to send away your Dark Magician of Chaos to the graveyard. So Spellbook of Life, you can remove, reveal one from your hand, special summon. When special summoned, at the end of the battle phase, get any spell card you want from your graveyard to your hand. That's almost like if you already used Raigeki, you can get Raigeki back. You want a Spellbook card? Get it back. You want to destroy monsters? Okay, Dark Hole. But here's the thing also. A play you can do. If you have this out, and you have this out, okay, here's a play you can do. You want a Dark Hole. You're going to destroy all monsters. But if you play Wisdom, also, unaffected by spell cards. So you Dark Hole, activate Wisdom. It will not be destroyed because it's unaffected by spell cards, but you destroyed everything else. That's Wisdom. Playing Fates, okay, you must have one out. And just, yes, banish 3. You can banish whatever the heck they have. If they're about to do a synchro, or if they are doing a synchro, banish it already. Banish their monster. Banish their play they're about to do. Banish their link monster. Or just set it face down. Well, links you can't set down. Exceeds, fusions, synchro, you can. You want to banish their... You can send back their magic trap. You can put down their monster face down for a turn. Let's just say that would be a turn that they would want to do a play to exceed or whatever. Put it face down. These are just good monsters to have already out. Demok, I would... Well, it's called Demok, but Dark Magician of Chaos. I would say it's just one good to use. Of course, this card went to 3, but I would just use 1. Of course, Justice, Banish, get already. So, most likely you want to get your Prophecy. But let's say you had 2 in your hand, and you search for another. Well, then you have your 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. And High Priestess. Reveal the 3. Special summon this. If you have 2 out, reveal the 2. Special. Sometimes you might be lucky and just summon all 3 of them if you have them in your hand. Hopefully you don't get this in your hand, but of course, if you have it in your hand, tribute. If you can get into your graveyard, Foolish Burial, or Foolish Burial. Sometimes you might have to Foolish Burial your Temperance because you don't have anything, but you have your way of using Spellbook of Life to bring this out, tribute it to bring out the High Priestess. Of course, yeah, Dark Magician of Chaos. Solemn Strikes to help you. Mirror Forces help you. So this is my second version of the Spellbook deck. My first one was just... I played whatever, but it was still an okay deck. This time it's the actual High Priestess, and then I added in Dark Magician of Chaos. So, hope you all enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. Show you more deck profiles later, and some cards I know of. Peace.